What's next? Shane Dawson has released an apology video for who he was and some of his old videos and some of the stuff he does. And I think it's ridiculous that people are being ripped apart for things that they apologized for before. I think it's ridiculous he has to apologize that old videos are coming up and old stuff he did. Yes, at the time it was still poor taste. It still was bad. But if he apologized for it and he's working forward and he's matured, why do we have to keep rehashing it? Why does he have to keep apologizing for something that he's regretted? I mean, we should have a rule where you should be held to 10% of your age. So Shane Dawson is 30, so the past 3 years from now, boom, he should be, he should be held responsible for the last 3 years. I'm 50, and I should be responsible for the last 5 years, because we're always maturing, we're always growing, we're always learning new things. And society itself is always shifting, where things that were acceptable one time are in no way acceptable anymore. And that's the thing, we grow, we learn, we mature, and we try to do better. As people are younger, they make more mistakes. They have terrible judgment. And Shane Dawson was a victim of his own popularity. He just wanted to stay popular. And I hate the victim term, but I mean, it kind of works because he became obsessed with, being funny. He just wanted to be liked. And some of the poor quality stuff, poor judgment, was well liked by the populace. So, the popular opinion provided him with the attention that he was craving. I mean, he's that's one of the things is when you have low self-esteem, you just look for anything to help raise your self-esteem. And I'm not saying it's right, I'm not giving justification, but I'm saying he knows it was wrong, he apologized, and he's trying to work forward, he's trying to be mature, he's trying to do the right thing. When he sees there's a problem, he seems to be working more and more forward to make it better. That's all of us should be doing. When we make a mistake, we acknowledge it, we apologize, and we look for ways to move forward. Now, by hiding it, ignoring it, and putting it aside, well, it's disingenuous. To hide past mistakes, you're just saying, oh, it didn't happen. I didn't take responsibility for it. But by admitting to it outwardly and say, yes, I made a mistake, and it kind of works because even though he's hiding videos that were now offensive, he's coming and says, yes, I made offensive videos and now I'm apologizing for them. He's not just hiding them and making them go away, because of course it's the internet, it never really goes away. But he's at least admitting to it and trying to move forward and trying to do the right thing. And again, that's the way we should all live. We should all be working for ways to improving this world. We should all be working for ways of showing how we've matured, and then going with the mistakes we've made and saying, okay, yes, I've made a mistake and this is my path forward. You can't ask for anything more. The guy said, I've made a mistake and this is where I'm moving forward. I mean, you can't try someone on a law that just came up. That's just how law works. We can't blame someone for a society that was, bad 10, 15 years ago. But now, it's just different. I mean, yes, it was about 10 years ago, and, things have changed. I mean, if it happened 5 years ago, I would be more likely to go, oh yeah, that's 5 years ago. But a lot of these mistakes he made are well over 5 years ago, and he shouldn't be held responsible well, continually. Once he admitted to it and made his apology, and accepted or not, he's acknowledged it. I mean, maybe Shane Dawson should be punished. But like all these punishments, usually the people who are most offensive get off with very little. And the people who are most apologetic tend to suffer the most. That's just not fair. If you admit your mistake and you look for ways of improving, looking for a path forward, it should be accepted and goes, okay, yes, I don't accept the apology, but I see that they're working forward and they're not making the same mistakes. As long as you're moving forward and not making the same mistakes over and over again, I don't see it being a reason to having to continually have to apologize for things that happened 10 years ago for someone that's a third of their life. But maybe it's just because I'm an old, decrepit adult, middle-aged adult who doesn't understand the life of today. Maybe I'm disingenuous to myself, but I've always tried to be the level-headed, rational person. I've always tried to find the middle path, and it's been difficult at times, but when I see it, I try to focus on it. Doing the right thing is always the right thing, but sometimes doing the right thing gets shaded by misconceptions, biased, and perception. But that's just my thoughts, and I fully expect some negative backlash because I'm gonna probably put a nasty clickbaitable title on it, because what the hell, I'm a tiny YouTuber. I got 64, 65 subs, and a lot of those are just temporary. Who knows how long they're gonna stick around, but it's fun. So if you like it, sub. If you don't, comment. Just give me ripping me apart, because I really like others' perspective, because that's all this channel is only for me to get others' perspective and try to understand what others are seeing out there. Because being one single introverted person trying to understand the world from others' eyes, it can be a challenge. But what's next?